Good news, everyone. Your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson is back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. B. Simone was recently doing a podcast. And again, these podcasts don't really make much sense, but whatever you feel like doing is fine. B. Simone also had a friend on the podcast who is supposedly someone you've known for a long time. Remember B? Simone hails from Dallas, Texas, or somewhere similar. And as you may know, she moved to Atlanta and started a little dusty podcast. She's trying to be a preacher and doing all these strange things that only lead to money, because she's not that talented. How she became famous is a mystery, but we all know that B. Simone is perceived as a liar, not being upfront, doing anything for money, and being fraudulent, so that's her reputation. Her friend then appears on a podcast, and the friend is meant to be helping B. Simone.
A best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest. They're probably shocked that I'm even saying this.
The friend is currently informing the globe what you know because you have a famous friend in your life. Like you all assume that everything will be nice. But that isn't the case because, even though I was Simone's best friend, I was still having problems and didn't seem to be getting any help. I even witnessed Simone helping people by giving her money when she was in need. And let me just say that I'm not sure if she believed that would be helpful. The fact that you were having difficulties and performing poorly, Simone, along with best friend, B, maybe you're trying to explain, well, that was my friend. And I wanted to, just show her that I was really down because she had money, even though Simone didn't assist you. Here's what I want to talk about though, because it's biblical and something that old people used to say in the black community. Your reputation comes before you arrive. Okay, so good news spreads more quickly than bad news, so if you're a good person, your name leads before you arrive, especially if you're known for doing something worthwhile or for being a helpful, kind, and easy person to work with. Your reputation comes before you, and the opportunities do too. This is what I've discovered throughout life, but I've never heard somebody be alright and say something like, you know what? You don't hear anyone mentioning B, but Simone is a wonderful person because she has done this for people and that for people. Simone, I've heard about Tyler Perry and Megan Good, but I've never heard from B about it. Simone, I understand, but I do hear that when Jackie O passed away, she joined my friends to watch me suffer, or whatever she was, on Instagram friends only, or with close friends or whatever it was. I always hear that Shay's selfish because she is all about herself. Simone and her friends no longer deal with her because they believe that she is immature and a liar. I considered that, and people believe that as long as I get the money and the bag, it doesn't really matter. But eventually, all of those losses add up. I just want to share with you how the world operates, man. I know YouTubers who, to give an example, I don't want to name anyone, were getting the bag. And they were doing well, they made a few scam courses and made some money, and then suddenly, because they continued that, people were no longer on, and you wondered what had happened to X, Y, and Z. What happened to bra? What happened to sis? They fell off. It's what happens when you go around lying and scamming people all the time. Eventually you fall off. Okay, because when you're not concerned about how people feel about what you do, you will fall off. You do eventually die. You die a horrible death. So when you die a horrible death, somebody, particularly will just replace you. That happens, and you are no longer important anymore. You're no longer famous anymore. You're no longer rich. Any more you die, your career dies a hell of a death. Because you don't have credibility, and then like once you get down, here's the sad part. Nobody helps you get back up. That's something that people don't understand once you get down to where you down bad. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, no one is interested in helping you get back to where you was zero. Because of how you may have treated people, and people think that that's not important. It is important. It's very important. It's very important. In an industry that's ever changing, and people coming in with new stuff and new ideas, and people finding out new things, the reason you treat people the way you do is because you never know when you're going to be depressed. Many people don't think that way, but let me tell you something. This man, your boy, had a bad year this year compared to my previous 4. And if I hadn't, let me just say, some people helped me get back on track, I would be done, okay? Experienced some severe difficulties in the first 6 months, and this business was a huge challenge. Some of these difficulties were personal, and some were contentious. Fortunately, I was in the game where people cared about me enough to want to see your boy win and do something. Thank God for that. Because otherwise, your boy was on his way out, and I was on my way to Dusty Island. Okay, never to be seen again. If Simone is not careful, you are on your way as well, and your friend is there, and your friend is attempting to vouch for how nice you have been. Nobody cares about that. I could be the first to tell you that nobody cares about that. They will all sit back and say, nah, you know, the Simone. Oh no man, don't handle her. You see what she did to someone like, alright. Let me tell you about Diddy. Diddy said he didn't really have a problem with P. He didn't really have a problem with it. The problem that he had was how Diddy was treating everybody else. He didn't like that, and see, this is something that we way have to understand. When we are mistreating people, when we're, doing whatever we are doing and thinking that sees it, you might not believe it. But people have a hard time with how you treat people, like if it's good, if it's cool. You'll be surprised at how many people will just like, I don't know about bro, I don't know about sis, I'm not really feeling that. Nah, I'm good, I don't, I didn't. I don't really like that. Like yauk no, I let me not even deal with it. H bro, you see what I'm saying, it's not going to matter that. You know, boom, that you got a good reputation. It's not going to matter that somebody gave you a good thing one time. People going to look at what you've been doing, you got to watch how you treat people. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy. Oh here, Dude Jackson is back with another SL Junk episode. Thank you for your support, and please subscribe with the bell on.